Hi there, folks, and welcome to another Link to the Past Randomizer League Finals match. We've got Game 3 here between Fenderana Drifters and Triple Dino Disaster. It's Megawatt versus Shareen. I'm Sabotender, and I'm joined by my buddy Lin. Lin, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing great. I was really looking for that game like all week long. I mean, the final games. And now we are at Game 3. The teams are tied at the moment, and that's a really exciting finals so far.
It has been. It's really lived up to all the hype. So yeah, here we are, Game 3. They've already split the first two games, yeah. So what's today's game?
Today's courage game, Green Pendant, just regular open mode, no boots, unfortunately, but still a very good mode.
It is. So it should be a little more straightforward than Game 2, which was inverted key sanity hard mode for Jet and Schultzer. That was kind of a crazy one there. Schultzer took that one for Triple Dino Disaster, evening up the series. So yeah, like we said, it's really exciting to be here at the finals. Should be just a minute or so, and we will be off.
Oh, there we go. So Sank start with a sword. Okay.
Right on.
At least we have a sword. That's. I mean, you always want a sword. I believe we saw a red pendant at Hera and 2 regular crystal at Desert and Eastern.
Yep. So routing the same at the start here. Not a surprise, really.
Not going to the lumberjack, I can get that. I mean, you're like, it's kind of slow, and you have a weapon already. You really want those bombs to start with, but there are some backup routes. Oh, speaking of bombs, that's a lot of bombs. Not picking up the money though. Like, if you're going to get, you don't want to have as much money as possible before getting to the bottle vendor. And you have a bottle as well.
Nice.
I'm surprised Shareen didn't kill an enemy, especially with that sword. Like, usually you kill at least one with like a sign, and now you have a sword, and he didn't. How many enemies did he kill to get that pull?
I wasn't paying attention, but he took a little more time.
Because Megawott it was a tier 1 for Megawott. I'm pretty sure tier 1 was those 4 bombs.
Yes, it was the tier 1 was the bombs there for sure.
Oh, he's getting the tier 1 now, I guess. He was setting up for 2 or 3, and then I don't know if he didn't get hit, so 3. Wasted a bit of time, but I mean, it's just the beginning. A lot can still happen between these two players.
Yeah, most definitely. We're early days in this seed so far. And it looks like there was enough money in Blind's Hut that Megawatt didn't miss out on that other tree pull there.
Yeah, he's gonna get the rest of it in the well, so it's not even gonna be an issue. And they have enough bombs as well, so they don't have to buy extra ones. Yeah, having early money, bombs, the sword, a bottle, especially that bottle, is really important here. Like, going to CAC.
Yeah, it's made for a really efficient early game for sure. Nothing really getting in our runners' way. They're not having to leave behind like a check behind a bombable wall or anything like that. So yeah, really good stuff. Oh, a sword and ice rod. Hanging out in Kakariko well there. Nice. So I have to imagine there was an agreed upon sprite between these two guys here. Which one is that?
That's right. It is MS Guy. From the Ace Attorney series, and it was made by me.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, they both asked me for the sprite for this game, so that's why they're both running it.
Oh, that's super hype.
So you have that mushroom. Second, unfortunately, had nothing. Early mushroom, like, might want to check that early. I think they're both going to do that. Oh, glove though, like going to the back of escape. That's probably what they be wanting to do after checking the race game. And then early mushroom turn-in, I guess.
Yeah, when the mushroom pops up early on in a siege, just get it over with, and take a look, see what it is.
The thing is, like, especially in the early game, like this, unless you have a flute, there's no particular way to like check it. Oh, you want that mirror?
Yeah, he's on save and quit there.
We already have a master sword though, no lamp, but on it.
That's an interesting little point you bring up there. Yeah.
But yeah, like you don't really have a setup unless you have a flute, so you want to do that as early as possible. And for the fan of fake powder, like checking it right off the saving quitting, so you can scum the mushroom. Always really nice. All right, I'm assuming we're gonna see the back escape here with that glove.
Yeah, looks like it.
So, like, I can see the two players right now, especially with that master sword, putting out the castle as long as possible to try to see if they can get a lamp, if it's an actual Agassiz or not. But yeah, you want to like put out the castle as long as possible at this point.
Yeah, definitely.
That was 4 items already from Hyrule Castle. So with that, oh, nice bow. I think we're going to Eastern. We're going straight into Eastern.
Probably, yeah.
No. I mean, I can see the route here from Megawott. That especially with that mirror, try to put it off a bit to see if you can get a Darkwood access from South Shore, so you can combo pot and Eastern. But yeah, I can see why you're going to South from there. I'm surprised they didn't do that mushroom turn though. While going south, I mean. Shareen also not doing it.
Yeah, it could have been just picking up that bow. Even would have set them off to be like, like I've got other things that I can do. I'm gonna like not prioritize the mushroom quite as much. It's just kind of like fallen behind on the list.
Nothing in the dam so far. We are seeing Mini Moldorm right now. No, you don't really want shields. No, that was not a very good Mini Moldorm.
A little high five between the runners here.
But yeah, didn't get a lot from that south trip, so I'm guessing we're gonna go to Eastern next.
I mean, that would make the most sense, I think, yeah.
Like, trying to get that Darkwood access here, I can see why. It's not really losing time, because you're gonna do that eventually, unless you get the boost at some point, but it's not a very risky decision here. Before going to Eastern, even though having the bow. But I don't see them unless there's a Moon Pearl literally here in Iceberg Cave, they're just gonna save and quit.
Yeah, you called it.
Even though you have the money, don't necessarily want to set that up. With a bow, you can also set a flash deletion from the pier near Lake Hylia from north, and then go back to that spot. And like you can basically delay having your Moon Pearl before going there. Actually, some people have timed it. It's actually faster to do so.
Oh, nice.
If you set up the splash deletion properly. They're going to Armor's Knight though, so they might want to be careful with that because Armor's Knight and Bow don't work very well with splash deletion. There's some shenanigans you have to do before setting that up.
Ah, gotcha. Right. Well, maybe Shareen's doing a little.
Just checking. Here. Just checking.
Okay.
I mean, you have a mirror, so yeah, you kind of want to have that knowledge, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
And with that glove going to Easton first for Megawatt, well, Shareen is actually going to Sahasrahal first. And unless Saha's closet has literally the hammer and the pearl. So they can combo pot with Easton, even though you don't even know if pot is a pendant or a crystal. And no, there's
bunch of junk. All right, well, we're 10 minutes in. We've found quite a bit of stuff to kind of get us on our way. I just want to give a quick shout out to our tracker today, Yoinker's wife, clicking those buttons behind the scenes. Really appreciate that.
So what we have left is the front of High Castle, Uncle, Agina, and Zora.
Yeah, and so
the mushroom.
Oh, and you know what? That's gonna. I bet you, what do you bet that's gonna come back? You know, the thing that you say they should check right away.
That's not a very nice eastern layout so far. I saw a map and a compass, and I don't remember what was in the first chest. It's only bones. So.
Yeah, so both of our runners have definitely been knocking off checks that are the most efficient, most dense locations. And then in this case with Eastern Palace, a dungeon that they can complete. And, what's left on the table, unfortunately, is just a bunch of garbage that you don't want to have to do.
And Mushroom is not that bad because it's literally just a one-way, but Agina is very bad.
Yeah.
Could also do. It's kind of slow, but mushroom into Zora. Zora is in logic. Yeah. You can't really if you go to the mushroom, you're. I'm not gonna say you're close, but that's the closest you'll ever be.
Yeah, that's true. This dark room, not too bad for most of these runners.
Yeah, you have a sword. It's especially Master Sword. You're having that sword out. So if the other Igor is just going near you, you're just gonna spin it and just kill it. It's still missing two pieces. I mean, the Moon Pearl and another piece for Dark Access. And not a lot of spots left.
I mean, we could be looking for just one thing if we're thinking it's lamp for Aga. But we're getting down to it. The last few checks, really.
And nothing actually on the Armless Nights. If we were gonna see that lamp, that could have been a spot where we could see something. But
nope.
Nothing on that as well. But I think it's gonna be time for the front of Haru Castle. And yeah, I think you still want to turn in that mushroom before going there. Zora, I'm not sure. It's still very slow. Oh. So Megawott talked to Sahasrara and Pod is the green pendant.
Ah.
Yeah, mushroom pendant for Megawott.
Yeah, it's time.
So it's setting up that fake flipper here. Which is the fastest way you can get to the potion hub from Link's house. Let's see if he's gonna scam the mushroom or not.
Shareen takes down the Armos Knights a little bit sloppy. Kind of look like an Armos Knights that I would do.
That's a nice boomerang take as well.
I like that. That's for swag.
Oh, hello, Moonbro.
See,
if they did mushroom before going to South Road, they could have set up a fake flippers. So yeah, like I said, that's the closest you'll ever be. So you are going there. You can set up fake flipper from this part in front of the waterfall, but like I said, they killed the Armos Knights, so like it might not work for Megawatt. He knows the setup. I know that because he drowned a few bombs before doing it. Yeah, he wasn't able to get it, fortunately. And those two checks are not in logic, so you might have gotten something, but not guaranteed. I mean, we don't know.
Yeah, so we saw a 20 rupee on the Zora ledge there, so nothing we need to come back here for. Shareen's going right for Escape and Hyrule Castle now.
At this point, they already have Egina left, so don't really want to go to Egina. You really don't want to. And nothing on Zora as well, so that's time save for Shareen. She might go later, but oh, there's our lamp.
All right, we're doing Aga.
I think we're not going to Egina unless we get a hammer. I mean, we are staying in that castle.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's 2 items left only from the front of Escape because we already got 4, and there's the map and the smoky. But you're definitely thinking Aga at this point.
Yeah, seeing in chat, people talking about we got access to the mountain now, which is a good point. There are items up there that we can get to.
We do have access to the mountain, that's true. And Hera as well. But Hera is a pendant, so do you want to walk there? Well, you're already in the castle. That's the main issue. You are in the castles, and if Hera is not the answer, you'll have to walk back to the castle again.
Yeah, I mean, you're already here. I mean, you probably got to take the risk that your play is Aga at this point.
And we also got that bow that might indicate that there's something in pod. So there's a lot of signs that actually like point to Aga. Oh, I forgot to mention that we won't have to see Darkrost today because it has the smoky.
Ah, perfect.
So let's see if Shareen goes to the mountain or decides to go for Aga. Oh, that's a mountain play for Shareen.
Wow.
Doesn't cost much. Both players haven't checked the lumberjack ledge as well, so they can do that on the way to the mountain.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
And Megawott has mirror out. Megawott has mirror out.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Alrighty, some divergence here. We've got an Aga play and we've got a mountain play. One of these two guys is going to be right, and one will be wrong.
The thing is, if Shareen's right, Megawatt's gonna lose a lot of time. But if Shareen's wrong, he doesn't lose that much time.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he goes to Hera and clears for nothing, while Megawatt will never go to Hera in the end.
Yeah, right.
So a play that is a bit more aggressive from Megawatt.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing so far. Still 2 items in Hera, and with that land we can get them all. And at this point I think you have to commit to the Hera play.
Absolutely. You come this far, you have to.
So
blue pendant, Skull Woods.
And it was Swamp and Teller Rock as direct crystal, right?
Yes, that's what I saw. Ooh, one item already seen, and it's just 20 rupees.
We got the B key, so there's a chance we might not have to do the basement.
Ugh, if that second item is in the basement, that's just more hassle for Shareen.
So no matter what Shareen's gonna do if he finds the item early here, like in the big chest, or do you leave or do you still commit to Moldorm? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
The main issue is that those pendants are not okay. He has to kill Moldorm anyways, but the pendants are not that bad. In terms of requirement, we're missing a hammer and a fire rod to be able to pull the pedestal, basically.
Yeah, right.
That was a slash. Oh yeah, I have to slash it again. Meanwhile, Aga's fighting. Megawatt is fighting Aga, sorry. And nope. We still have a Gina though. But that's it. Shareen hard reset here. He's gonna go for the Zora play.
Okay.
he's resetting his. He wants to splash delete to go to Zora. I think.
Interesting. Gotcha.
No. Then I don't get what that was. That was a little bit of a bait. Zora was checked, but not the waterfall because he couldn't set up the fake flipper. Megawott actually going straight for Palace of Darkness, which I think is a fair play. Like, because it's a pendant, and like if you don't find the hammer, like you don't commit to Hammer or King. The problem is it's green pendant.
Right.
I mean, aside from Catfish, that's the only thing you can do anyway in the Dark World.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's likely something here based on, how many items will be available to Megawatt.
You have the bow as well. Like,
Yeah.
that could indicate sometimes that the answer is going to be in pod based on the key layout. Or the item just bow locked, in the both side of pod. And that's it. I mean, now the question is, if you find the hammer, do you kill Hammer or King or not?
Yeah, that could be the thing that opens up the sea a little bit more here. I think Megawatt has less incentive to do so because he doesn't have Hera, but yeah, you might want to if you're already in here. I don't know.
And yeah,
perhaps if we find it.
That's the thing. It's green pendant as well. So if you know Halma has an item and it's also green pendant, you might be tempted. It's like you call flippers. Then if the item that we're looking for is actually in the waterfall,
oof, yeah.
Megawatt's gonna feel really bad about it. But those flippers are kind of nice because now Megawatt can actually check Catfish into checking what's in the waterfall. It's not that bad for him.
There's keys on the right side here.
I mean, the thing is, you can feel pretty bad about that play, especially given that they did not do the mushroom before going south. So if there is something in the waterfall, you can assume your opponent did it and got the item that is in the waterfall. There's also hobo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's definitely going to weigh on probably both runners' minds because neither were able to do a splash delete, or without the Moon Pearl, the fake flip situation just wasn't viable. But you always think, oh, of course my opponent would have done this. All right, Shareen is in the Dark World.
Oh, boots in pod. Shareen didn't even check the lumberjack item before going to the mountain. He went straight for the mountain. So Megawatt can do that faster than Shareen while also checking the lumberjack item and going to the mountain. Not sure if he wants to. It's probably going to save the old man, but you can argue if you want to go to her or not.
Yeah.
I didn't count the items.
Yeah, I didn't.
I'm not sure if there was an item on Randomizer King or not. So Megawott taking the boot straight to Catfish. He's gonna do Hobo. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not very good for Shareen, I want to say. Because he's not. That don't think is going to pot right now.
What a weird turn of events here.
That's why he reset. He wanted to do that after Aga. See. That fire rod might lead him to pod though, because he will want to put that back in logic. But we're not that far. Let's go with the pendant as well. Don't want to do that now.
Yeah, that's true. So it looks like Divergence will kind of continue here for a little bit at least, while with those Titans mitts.
Yeah, I don't see Shareen going back to pod from here. Like, you have the Dark Vault open, pod is a pendant.
Yeah, I mean he'll maybe peek into Skullwoods, and then he'll do like Village down to Hype Cave, most likely, something along those lines.
And Megawatt's gonna be able to check Kingston as well, and Bonk Rocks. I can see like just saving the old man, like I said, and while checking the lumberjack tree.
The extra time that Megawatt is going to have with these boots here is really going to start to weigh on this race.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty significant. It's already kind of ahead, not going to the mountain, and now it's going to be able to do that faster than Shareen.
Yeah.
So now, do you want to do tease down here without the hammer, or do you just go south? Or just dip the front and come back later? Hook shot though.
Shot. Shareen's heading in.
That's a lot of stuff you can do now. Like Death Mountain's open. I mean, you're still going south from here, because if the hammer's just sitting here, kind of feel bad about it. That was 2 items already. Oh no, wait. Small key, 1 item, sorry. Megawott not going to...
I was gonna say it's gonna be a little bit tough for Shareen to make any of this time back. I'm just trying to think about like what he can possibly do to find something that might give him a bit of an edge. Like he's got to do something like,
he needs to find the hammer. There has to be something on the Randomizer King. Maybe.
True. Maybe something like that. Yeah. like Smith Chain, but then Megawatt doesn't do Smith Chain for some reason. Like, but I mean, they're basically they got the same items right now. Like, it's just
I don't see Megawatt not doing the Smith here. Like, you have boots, you have mirror. It doesn't go any faster from here. You're in Outcast. I don't think Smith is gonna be a thing.
No.
That both players
it would kind of like take something like that, it seems, at this point. Like, I'm just trying to think about, like what Shareen could possibly do to kind of make up the time here. Alrighty, so both runners running through the same dungeon here. Just a quick shout out to our tracker once again, Yoinker's wife, clicking those buttons behind the scenes. Thanks so much for doing that for us.
Yeah, we got that cape from Thieves Town. Unfortunately, they're not in a position to go check that one right now. I don't really see them going north from here, especially Shareen.
Yeah, for Shareen, he probably not going to do that.
That hookshot is pretty nice, especially when they have Aga down in the mirror.
The book, cool.
I think that was all items.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. It's two items in the front, that green rupee in the attic, and that book. So not leaving anything behind in Thieves Town. That's pretty good for them. And they're also going to be able to check the Bombus tablet while going south. Like, that book is definitely making them go south. The thing with Megawatt is, like, I mean, Shareen's going to be able to do Desert Palace as well. The problem is if it's boots locked.
Yeah.
But Megawatt is definitely going all the way down to Desert Palace from here.
Yeah. Just a piece of heart in the brewery there. Alrighty, so both runners sitting on 2 crystals now. I think we have south play for both runners here. Is a pretty solid call. We've got access. Megawatt hasn't been up Death Mountain yet. He's got access to both sides, light and dark. But even though there's a lot of items up there, we're thinking that he might not head up there quite yet.
No, not yet. You have an ad cave. You're definitely not going into swamp, even though you have the flippers. You are not, unless you get the hammer in high cave. Like, you have Desert Palace. You have the whole mountain open for you. I don't think you're even consider going into swamp here if you're Megawatt. Smith Train. I mean, with meter and mints, you're in outcasts. There's no reason to skip it unless you really feel behind. You're still looking for a very important piece of progression. That is the hammer as well. So
yeah, definitely.
I think skipping that, keeping too many things on that are on the way is not very wise. That is also correct. We're gonna see if it was actually an Agav Dark Excess, because the only check we have left is Agina, which with that book, Megawatt's definitely going to before going to the mountain. Like he can full clear that. Like, there is no reason not to do that while you're here.
Yeah, you're not gonna turn down finishing up another dungeon for sure.
And that Samir shield at 40 minutes.
Yeah, pretty early for that.
Yeah, like Shareen going up here so he can do high cave into going into to the Bumbo's tablet. Probably gonna dip that. That's thinking about that for sure.
Yeah, probably.
Not really surprised Hype Cave had nothing, given all we have left so far.
Yeah. Just 5 rupees on purple chest there.
Right. So, yeah, what? Oh, Megawott is checking. Is it gonna skip on Desert Pilots?
I wonder.
He's getting his portal back. But I don't know. You have book, you have boots. Oh, he's leaving his portal here so he can come back later after desert. Okay, I see.
Ah, gotcha.
That's the hammer.
Cool.
So he can even do swam on his way.
Wow. So flute, cane of Samaria, and some kind of medallion situation, and then we'll be good to go. And given that we have so many places to check all kind of along the way, both we got Swamp Palace now available to us, and the entirety of Death Mountain, we're likely going to stumble across most of those things pretty quickly.
Definitely. But yeah, the situation's not looking really great now for Shareen. We still... Okay, Desert is not bootlocked.
Well, that's nice for Shareen.
I don't think so. Or was it the key on the torch? I think it was in the map chest. Oh, was it? Yeah, it was in the map chest.
Right on.
Like, Shareen still needs to put that fire rod back in logic, but the fire rod doesn't do anything for him so far, and like the only thing that it unlocks for him is skull woods. You don't really want to go there because it's abandoned.
Yeah, right.
That's some really nice logic. Thank God T-Stone wasn't Hammerlock. I mean, there was nothing in the pictures of T-Stone because that book is kind of nasty logic-wise.
It really would have been, yeah.
unless there's a flute somewhere. But if the flute is hammerlocked, then yeah, you have to go into T-Town without the hammer to get that book, so you can get that hammer.
Alrighty. Shareen picks up his hammer as Megawatt enters the Lanmo fight.
Having rods, always nice. I mean, we had the ice rod from the beginning, but still better with the fire rod, a bit faster.
Yeah, definitely.
You could have argued that you could have left after getting the hammer and come back later when you have the flute.
Yeah.
There was an argument you can make, because since you got both items out of a... But you were there anyways, like, if you have the boots for Megawatt, it doesn't cost anything. Shareen a bit more. So I believe we're gonna see a mountain play after that from Megawatt. Shareen's gonna be on the mountain before him because he already has saved the old man. And Megawatt's gonna also check what's in the lumberjack tree because we haven't seen that yet. Although I guess done for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, neither runner's been really rushing back to that spot.
Oh no, Swamp Palace and High Cave for Megawatt. I see. I forgot he didn't check High Cave. And yeah, mountain play for Shareen.
Yeah, I think this makes sense for Shareen, I guess. I mean, if you can put off Swamp and then, maybe get lucky enough to go mode it later.
I mean, I can see the play where Megawatt might think, like, you're kind of close. I want to say close. I don't want to say close because that's still like at least 3 items, probably 4 with the medallions. But you want to get as many items as possible before going to the mountain. I don't necessarily think that you can avoid that double mountain trip. And that's a sword. Oh, hello. So no, going into T-Town for the book for the hammer wasn't really required, but it's still pretty nice. It routed super nice with the southward check, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, shout out to the viewers from VTorp and Alucard's channels. Thanks for coming on over and hanging out. It's the league finals over here. Game 3 between Megawatt and Shareen. This is Fendrana Drifters versus Triple Dino Disaster.
There's actually some good thing about that mountain play from Shareen is that even if you find everything, that would put TR in logic. You don't really want to go before you find the flippers.
Okay, Ether Medallion.
If he's actually gonna be flippers for go. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Oh, that's the ether you need for TR in.
Yay. Of course it is. It's right there.
Megawott went back for the big chest after finding the big key. I'm guessing trying to avoid left side home. I mean, you have the mountain. So float is the only thing we got on the mountain so far, aside from the swords. Well, swords are really nice, but
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, just the flute for Shareen there.
Going for ether and spike, I'm guessing.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
And flute only opens the my area with my shed and checkerboard. Don't know if you want to commit to Meyer already.
Yeah, I mean, if Shareen heads out that way, it's just to kind of do a recon to see what medallion might be needed. I'm thinking it could just be ether for both dungeons today.
Megawott did. I only found ether in some.
Yes, so that's right. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, required items from both sides, from both plays, and like Megawatt's probably gonna follow Shareen at this point on the mountain. Well, Shareen's definitely going to the Maya, yeah, but he had. Not sure if you want to go into Maya yet. I mean, he doesn't have a medallion, so it's not gonna help. Getting him into Maya.
Yeah, Megawatt could have done Ice Palace, I suppose, but when you've put off the mountain for 50 minutes and there's that many checks to do up there, like, yeah, it's probably time to go for it.
Especially when, like, Kane makes Ice Palace super convenient, I want to say, and when you have so many checks on the mountain, yeah, you kind of want to do them before going to Ice Palace. So nothing in the lumberjack tree. It's not aside from the Maya area. I mean, and Ice Palace. That's pretty much all we have at the moment with Hermodor King, the Green Pendant. Skullwoods. We haven't seen Skullwoods at all.
Yeah, neither one has even set foot in it, so there could be something in there. I mean, there are still ways that this seed can kind of flip positions here. Megawatt looks like he's doing pretty well so far, but I saw someone in chat talking about the possibility of, that Helmasaur King having Cane of Samaria or something, and like that's a place that Megawatt is not going to go back to.
No, it's definitely not going to go back to easily. Oh, that's the Cane of Samaria.
Right there. Okay, sure, whatever.
So that's actually going to be go mode for Megawatt.
All right, cool.
This Cane of Samaria is the go mode for Megawott. Well, Shareen will not get the boots in this seed. I can guarantee you that. I'm not necessarily agreeing with Megawatt's play here.
Yeah.
Like, you have the whole mountain up, and he's probably not going to climb here. Like, seeing an item here, yeah, he's leaving.
Okay, yeah.
I see the play from Shareen. Like, he knows his fire rod is flipper locked. So the only thing you can find here would be the medallion for Meyer and TR. And it's a crystal, so you'll have to do it eventually. The thing is, if he, like, we know where Ether is, but from his perspective, if Ether is here, it closes a lot of spots where the flippers. I mean, it closes Meyer for the flippers for him. So that
yeah, exactly. Yeah, doing this as a way to kind of eliminate possible other locations for where these flippers could be. Yeah, good thinking. Doing a little dance with the Samaria block here.
Starting over and getting it first try. That's 2 items already. Nice, right? I don't remember what was in the compass chest.
Right, yeah. Nothing too important, I guess.
I can see a nice T-room skip from Shareen. He has a lot of spots open. Kind of have to go to pod in a moment for him. Because, I mean, that's the only spot he has left. There's no way you're going back for, like, Hammerbags, North, Dark World. And you're definitely not going to Skull Woods with an Auto Logic Fire Rod. So.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And that's the 3rd item. I don't remember which potion he had. It only has enough magic with those 2 small refills.
Yeah, he also bought a blue potion early on. I think he dumped the B out of his bottle and bought another blue potion early on.
Not going back into Hera for Megawatt, going straight for Spike Cave while he's up here. You can See that? Alright. Does Shareen go to pod now, or does it clean up a little bit? Yeah, that's fine. We're going to pod.
Yep.
It's actually gonna be super. I mean, Megawatts did Swamp already, while Shareen did Ice Palace. Megawatt, like it's. Yeah, Megawatt is still ahead because that boots advantage as well. I'm sure it's not gonna get them because it's getting Go Moon here in the front of pod while the boots are in the back. You're not checking the back.
No.
Especially when you already know that. I mean, you already cleared that. Oh, the Mario Medallion. I forgot the Mario Medallion. Yeah, he will get the boots, but that's probably gonna be a bit too late. He might feel bad about it and go for Helmet or King, though.
Yeah, actually, yeah. He could end up spending longer here.
Like, if you're assuming that Megawatt went to pod after Aga, then
yeah.
he knows he got those boots super early, and he might want to try to do something to negate like him having the boots late. So like, Megawott, please. That's where your cane is. That's where your cane is.
Oh boy. So Megawatt hits Go Mode at 101.05 here.
Pretty straightforward seed if you go to pod.
Yeah. Yeah, the seed presented like two options basically, you know, with as soon as the AR runners got into the Dark World, and one was just clearly the right one to go with.
Oh.
Wow, look at this big
That's
brain.
a play. That's a play. I agree. I'm totally with that one. He only got one item out of pod, but he might feel behind.
I think he probably feels behind, and so you can now finish another crystal. Like, let's get it done.
That's gonna be pretty close then, but still advantage on Megawatt's side.
Yeah, I would say so.
I really like the play though. Like if you feel behind, that's the two plays you can do if you feel behind. You go for Helmet or King, or you just leave after finding the flippers.
Yeah.
But if you go to the bag, I feel like you have to commit to Helmet or King.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, if you're committing either way, you got to go all the way. So yeah, just to skip out and not do anything else in pod.
Especially after you find the boots in the back. If you find the boots in the back in this position so late into the game, I feel like you have you feel behind because that's.
Yeah, so you'd have to finish off the dungeon completely.
With the early bow, like going to pendant pot early after Aga is something super like you can see that pretty easily. If you have the way to cross to the West Dark World after Aga, you might think maybe my opponent didn't go to pod, but like in this position, like you kind of have to assume that he went.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree.
I believe Ether was in the one of the flooded chests.
Yes, it was. I mean, Shareen technically into go mode only 3 or so minutes behind Megawatt here. Like we've been saying that it's Megawatt's kind of got the advantage at this point, but it's it's still close enough.
It is very close. Like Megawatt has to do Ice Palace, it's not, and Shareen has to do Misery Mire.
And I mean, if GT routing, if there's any divergence there, or if someone makes a play for like tile room or something, then that gap could even shrink more.
But yeah, Maya is going to be very long for Shareen with that vanilla big key. He might even try to. I don't remember if it was a small key in the chest above. So if it's not a small key, you might even try to avoid it and lose even more time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, so he's not wasting like Shareen's not gonna waste a lot of time since there was a key, so he's just gonna know that the big key is vanilla, but still like still a bit behind. Oh
yeah.
And not having the boots doesn't help. Shareen.
Definitely not. Yeah, it's definitely slowing him down.
In hindsight, like they almost did the same checks aside from Megawott doing the extra boots check because he had them, but I think they did exactly the same. And Shareen going upstairs, Hera. That's pretty much it. And the back of pod.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, they're pretty much the same checks all the way around. So Megawatt not wasting any time in Ice Palace here, doing a couple of little checks along the way just because they're convenient, but
yeah, probably looking for silvers if you can. This one's not very convenient, but
yeah.
And you have a butter sword. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, maybe one of the thing he was looking for as well, a maid upgrade. It was nice, but he skipped that one.
Megawatt's got Cold Stare down. It's going to be on to Turtle Rock after this.
Yeah, Shareen still has to hike back to the back of Midoriya. And having that cutscene doesn't help. Well, Megawatt, yeah, heading straight into Turtle Rock. The cabbage is not helping Megawatt, having to take a bit of a detour.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
Thanks, Death Mountain. Yeah, GT routing can still change a lot.
It definitely can, yeah. Feels like the swing in time. It's a little bit much for Shareen to make up here, but GT routing does definitely. It can take minutes, or it can be lightning fast. So it could factor in a little bit here.
Not sure if they I know Shareen likes to agree with his opponent that they will do some special things in GT, like going for Tile Room. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at his game against was Gannon's Gone Wild, I think, when they had an agreement of going to Tile Room first.
Something we could see today. Alrighty, so Shareen will be on his way up to Turtle Rock shortly. It's about 2.5 minutes behind Megawatt right now. So, really, what we're seeing is the advantage, not necessarily entirely, but the advantage that Boots has given Megawatt has definitely helped pad his lead a little bit here.
That definitely, especially he basically had them for every dungeons he did aside from Eastern Palace.
Yeah.
And Pod, obviously, because they were in the back, but
right. That's kind of making the biggest kind of difference here in the seed. If the Boots hadn't been in Pod, we'd be looking at a race that's even closer. So
definitely. They also made the route better because it wasn't an issue in the end, but it wouldn't have been an issue not going into Desert Palace. After getting the book from Teeth Down. Because you would have gotten that hammer after getting the flute on the mountain.
Megawott skipping on the big chest there. We're still looking for one more key.
Yep. The key as well.
Little block kick there. Very cool.
thing, having the possibility of not finding the key on Laser Bridge. It's pretty low, but it exists.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. So no problem on this part. Still checking those two chests though.
Yeah, two relatively easy checks to do if you're looking for silver arrows.
Yeah, 14 hearts and a butter sword. I mean, come on, that's
Yeah.
the main tournament is coming. That's more than you're gonna have in the main tourney. Megawott.
Exactly, right? Yeah. Yikes, like rude chain chomps here for Shareen.
Oh, messing up that Tronics fight a little bit. Don't really want to die here because you didn't exit. But yeah, with butter sword, it's gonna be fine.
Alrighty, and with that, that is the 7th crystal for
Yep.
Megawatt. He'll be on his way to Ganon's tower. Do we do the big key guessing game? I think we probably do the big key guessing game.
We do
right?
the big key guessing game.
Yeah. So 22 chests in Ganon's tower where this big key can be. Throw your numbers in the chat there. Where do we think it's going to be?
We don't have a lot of time. But it is gonna be fine. I'm gonna give it a few more seconds while we are entering GT so people can have their guess. I started the game a bit late. That's once Megawott gets to one of the stairs, I'm gonna stop it.
Sounds like a plan.
And here we go, going right. Number 1, bombs, no key. That could be interesting for Shareen.
Yeah.
If he decides for like a dark magician strat or... So no big key on the torch, so Shareen is fine.
Oh, that's good. Something we hadn't even thought about, really, but yeah, that could have been really disastrous.
Number 4, silvers you were looking for. Either to get rid of those staffles that can be pretty nasty.
Actually, looks like it saves a bit of time if they're kind of split up like that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Number 8, a map in the... Number 9.
Really clean Trinix fight from Shareen there.
Number 10, 11, 12, 13 with the powder.
Yeah.
Really convenient.
I mean, Shareen's walking up on GT here. A Dark Magician play, if it works out, could even things up pretty quickly here.
Definitely. Still a bit behind though. He will be behind because with those silvers, Megawatt's going to that right side pretty quickly if it is on right side. And I'm even gonna say that Shareen, like, even with the Dark Magician, Shareen's gonna be behind right now.
Ugh.
What's number 17? That's actually a DM strat from Shareen.
Yeah. Yeah, all of a sudden it got a little bit closer.
18, 19, 20, 21.
Oh my God.
In entire room, and I think that's game.
That is, yeah, Shareen's actually not going to do that one check on this side. I mean, if ever there was a time for him to bring out his inner clown, this is it right here. But you just can't make that call.
You know, if they actually made the call to go full time room first, they would have gotten it.
Yeah.
As number 1. Number 3, because you still check the chest in homeroom. Because why not? They're on your way.
Yeah.
And there we go, 22.
Alrighty, GG's to Nelson Wells. Guess 22. Someone wanted Tile Room bad.
I mean, that was a pretty straightforward seed. So, game wanted them to have a bit of struggle with that big key.
Yeah. Alrighty, we're heading into the gauntlet here. Should be pretty easy for these guys to take care of. Megawatt here.
Silver's half magic. I believe they have a potion. At least a green one. I don't remember. I know that. No, one of them used one. I think it was Shareen that used it in TR.
Yeah, Shareen was getting bullied by those chain chomps, I think, so decided just to be safe. I hate when the fire splash doesn't hit that Stalfos there. That's really annoying.
Getting bullied by the land move a little bit, but still. One cycle. Yeah, cannon shouldn't be an issue here for Megawott, even though he's still on green mail.
Yeah, I mean, that is one thing. Taking a Ganon hug would be pretty brutal.
You have to get used to it.
Yep. People aren't going to have a choice when it comes to the upcoming main tournament.
Don't forget to kill this mini Helmazor and we're good. Actually getting a fairy here. Like he would have powdered the anti-fairy in the other room, but still.
Always
doesn't
nice
have to.
yeah.
He's still doing it. You want those beans, right?
Yeah.
At least he got hit by Moldor.
Alrighty, so just Aga 2 standing in the way here, then we'll be on to the Ganon fight. Not long left. Shareen picks up this big key, he's going to start his climb up.
Also lost a bit more time doing Dark Magician, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Especially without boots.
Ooh, first set of pattern there for Aga 2 could have been a little better for Megawatt there. Didn't quite line it up right.
He dealt that with the second one pretty well, given it was a blue ball as well, in a nasty corner. And there we go.
So just a Ganon fight to go for Megawatt here. Butter Sword and Silver Arrows should be quick and easy here.
There's no way you don't have that silver, especially when... I mean, you had Master already for Aga. That was hard and quiet, and then those two silvers just on the mountain, free.
Yeah, totally. Already well into phase 3 here, moving along right quick.
Few teleports, but not too many. So. Oh, Shareen.
A little out of sorts on the Lambo 2 fight, but that's okay.
What a bit too slow on the rehit. Was a good one, and it's not giving him a good pattern here, so gonna have to go through an extra torch. Oh.
Ooh. There we go.
And Megawatt is crossing the bridge at 1:20:10. GG's to Megawatt. And taking the second point for his team in that best of 5, getting his team leading 2-1. I believe the fourth. Wait, no, we're gonna talk about that later when the fourth game is. They already scheduled the fourth game.
We are joined by the winner of this race. It's Megawatt. GG's, buddy.
Hey, thank you guys.
Well, give us some opening thoughts, man. What do you got to say about this one?
I hated it. As I do with every open mode seed, basically.
Yeah, so Aga required, that's fun. What else? We had the pod, so we were talking about the pod dip was the big, difference maker in this one, obviously. You picked up the flippers and the boots, and that just kind of sets you off on like kind of the right path for the seed. Although Shareen's way of getting around it, we found the Titan's mitts at Catfish, but it seems like the pod play was really the big one. Any thoughts on pod versus catfish, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. So coming out of my Aga play, I didn't really want to go to catfish. I'd already gone to Zora, so that area was already partially devalued, and all I had left over there was Waterfall Ferry. And I figured if there was something at Waterfall Ferry that let me access the Dark World, I was probably screwed anyway. So I just decided to go for Pod since I had both the lamp and the bow to put basically everything except for Helma's Sword into logic. And I got very scared when all I found in there was the flippers. Aside from the boots, I guess the boots were also, but that was like 1-2 checks that it unlocked.
Yeah, we were definitely thinking that that particular set of circumstances was going to be riding on kind of both of your minds, with the flippers being in Pod, being the only thing that really, could have opened up a lot of stuff. And like you say, if Waterfall Ferry had been something, you would have assumed that Shareen would have gone for a fake flipper of some sort to get in there.
Especially with the Moonbird being on the mushroom, like if you turn in that mushroom before going south, you have the Moon Pearl and enough money after Isolate Cave to actually go for that play.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought I had a method to actually like reset the Ancilla reliably, but I guess it wasn't very reliable because I had some trouble with it and wasn't able to get it on the first pass, so I had to come back with flippers. But that is what it is. I got it with catfish anyhow, so it all worked out.
Yeah, after that, like after you got the flippers and the boots, this seed was pretty straightforward. You just went to your dungeons.
Yeah. Just do your dungeons, do your dense overworld, find the items, and you're home free. It was pretty straightforward after that.
Okay, can we talk about that Mire shed, by the way?
I'd rather not. Oh man, dude. Sometimes when I'm trying to like mash the button to block delete, my finger just kind of sticks in place for a minute. I don't really know how to explain why that happens. It just does, and it just happened to do that right when I was pushing the block in front of the right hand chest.
Nice quake, by the way. Nice quake on the pedestal. But if your Gomod item wasn't in that specific chest, I wouldn't have said anything about it. But it was.
Oh man, I wasn't gonna leave that behind though. There was no way.
And Shareen's just finishing up here, 1:32:10, 4 minutes behind. That seems about right. That's where he was kind of like tracking as we were kind of following both runners here. Lost a little bit more time in GT, unfortunately, due to Dark Magician routing that almost could have paid off. Really could have made it a much closer affair, but that tile room big key kind of settled it. Not sure if Shareen is going to join us for a chat. It'd be nice if he did, but I don't see him around quite yet. It's a tough loss. He's a very competitive guy. I would understand if he decided to not...
No, I see.
There he is! Oh boy, you better get in here. Yo, Shareen, buddy.
GG's, Shareen.
GG's.
That was about as dumb of an open seat as we could have asked for, I suppose. Even though I don't think either of us was asking for it.
I looked back at the VOD because I was curious, and it looks like I was like 4 minutes and change after Hera going into Tag 1. And it looks like those 4 minutes just followed me for the end of the seed.
Also, about that Hera play, like, what were your thoughts after getting the lamp on Uncle? Were you planning on going to Hera's right after you got the lamp, or were you still thinking about it while you were doing escape?
The problem is I didn't want to touch escape to begin with because there was a key in a map there. So I figured for those 2 items it was already like iffy. So once I did it, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna full clear the light world. I rather, I guess, lose the 3 minutes checking like 4 or 5 checks than throwing the race to doing Aga. So I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that was another big decision point where it could have gone either way there. If you found something up on Death Mountain, completely different game. So it's just the way that Rando is, I guess. It was a coin flip basically, and it turned out it was Aga today.
I mean, the decider I feel like was actually used setting up the splash delete to check waterfall after catfish. So
Yeah.
that actually made you go to catfish before going to pod.
Yeah, after Hera, I purposely hard reset so I can make that play. I felt like there's no reason not to do that. I have Zora money. I can knock out catfish. It doesn't get any faster post Aga. And like if it's not the answer, I'll go to pod, but at least I'll be able to check all 5 items there.
And then, of course, something juicy comes up on catfish, and it sends you in a completely different direction away from pod.
I figured I was around 3 to 4 minutes behind because of Hera. And when I did eventually go to pod and I found the flippers, I noped out and I kind of told myself, like, I'm going to check everywhere else in the game, about 60, 70% of checks. And if I can manage to get that ether and skip the back of pod, that might be able to just make it a race. And I did, but I still lost by 4 minutes. I'm kind of surprised, but the 3 or 4 minute kind of gap between you two that started, I guess, with the Hera play. It's very impressive that it stayed at just that. I mean, I think it was the boots for Megawatt because he had those so early on in the seed that anytime that you were maybe making up with a couple of your plays, he was making up by being able to just zoom around the map a little faster. Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, 1 hour of boots will do that.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah. So I don't know. We've got game 4 on the docket for these two teams Wednesday, February 3rd.
It is between Megawatt and Yoshi. You have rolled the seed already, right?
Yeah. So we're gonna be getting some nice casual all dungeons key sanity with vanilla swords.
Ooh.
Great.
Nice comfy mode to relax to.
I believe you're still undefeated in this season, Megawatt. How are you feeling about going against Yoshi?
Don't ask me that. That's a death flag.
You've cursed him, Lynn.
11-1 this Wednesday. Tune in, folks.
Oh boy.
I mean, people were saying that in chat already during the game, so it wasn't me that brought that up. I actually didn't know you were undefeated going into this.
Can anyone stop him? It might be Yoshi. Any kind of final thoughts on this seed before we kind of wrap it up here?
Not really on the seed, but just in particular, big GGs to Shareen. Has been a buddy of mine for basically my entire rando career, and it's been a blast being able to face off against him in the finals of League Season 3.
Yeah, that was a hype match. Yeah, let's hopefully extend the series to 5 games, right? More hype.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna throw on Wednesday. That's what's gonna happen. just to make it exciting.
I mean, we would all want to see more of Fendrano Drifters and Triple Dino Disaster take it to 5. That'd be pretty hype. Yeah, tune into Game 4 coming up on Wednesday, February 3rd at 4 p.m. Eastern. Should be really exciting. Thanks today to our tracker, Yoinker's wife, for clicking those buttons behind the scenes. We really appreciate you doing that for us, keeping us on track. My co-com, Lynn, buddy, thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, I'll give you the final word, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for watching. More rando coming and the finals. I'm not sure about the open, where they're at right now. We have tomorrow, Ramon versus Scrub Casual. And yeah, see you around for more rando. GG's.